students, in this blog we are going to study about the types of diseases. In previous also we have discussed about the types of diseases, but on the basis of its impact, how long term it is giving impact to that particular patient. So depending on the time period we have discussed the types of diseases, that is acute and chronic. Now we are going to discuss the types of diseases on the basis of its infectious, whether it is spread from one person to another or not, on the basis of that. So two types we will study, that is the infectious type and non-infectious type. Okay, infectious and non-infectious. Infectious, in another word, it is also known as the communicable diseases. Communicable diseases matlab this type of diseases which can spread from one person to another person. Very common nowadays, that is the corona. We know very well ki how it is in a vast velocity it is spreading from one person to another, right? So that type of diseases comes under the infectious, which is spread from one person to another, maybe directly or indirectly. Alright, so we'll see its point one by one. First is it is caused by attack of pathogens. Okay, yes, of course it is caused by the pathogens. Pathogens here mean the microorganism. Pathogens means the microorganisms. Alright, just like bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoans, whatever is their microorganism, that is the pathogen. So, just like cough and cold is there, so cough and cold is basically caused by the rhinoviruses. So, when we would have observed also, if in the family anyone is suffering from the cough and cold, then definitely after 2-3 days the another person is surely getting. And sometimes it happens in the friend circle also, ki if one person is suffering from cough and cold, then definitely if next one are not taking precautions, and if the person itself is not taking precaution, then it can spread from one to another in the same group. Okay, so this is caused by attack of pathogens, and this so in this way it is communicable also. Okay, next is diseases are brought about by external factor. Pathogens are also coming through the external factor. External factor, that time we have seen, maybe it is carried through the microorganisms. Okay, maybe due to the pollutants it is caused, or maybe through the contaminated food and water which we could take from outside. So it is caused by the external factors. Alright, then next is can pass through disease to healthy person, as we are discussing already, ki it can spread from one person to another. So if a person is suffering from that particular disease, infectious disease, then definitely there is a most probably chance that the next healthy person can acquire that through that person, deceased person. Okay, next is transmission. Transmission, if you will see, then there is a two ways of transmission, that is the direct way and indirect way. If directly also, if the person is coming in contact in that way also, and we can say indirectly also. Okay, directly how, if a person is suffering from, very good example, that is the corona. If one person is suffering from corona, another person is coming in contact with that, maybe through the aerosol released by the person. Okay, aerosol, that is the droplets while coughing or sneezing, the droplets which occur out from the mouth and that remains in the air, that is termed as the aerosol. And if any person is coming in contact with that aerosol, then the person will surely suffer from it. So that is a kind of direct transmission. Indirect transmission, just like we will take the example of malaria. So what happens, that is caused by the protozoans, right? Protozoans. So that is carried by the female mosquito Anopheles. So Anopheles is carrying those protozoans along with it, and whenever that female Anopheles is biting to a normal person, that person is suffering from the malaria. Okay, so if any mosquito is coming and biting to that deceased person, malaria, a deceased person, and from that person it is biting to a normal healthy person, so definitely that normal healthy person will acquire that malaria. Okay, so in this way it is spread indirectly. Alright, now next one, how it can be reduced, how this infectious disease can be reduced in the community. We are knowing that it is spreading from one person to another. But how we can stop this from spreading? Just like we are knowing that coronavirus is spreading from one person to another, we are taking a lot of precautions, right? Wearing gloves, wearing mask, using sanitizers. So like that, precaution is being taken within the community so that it doesn't spread from one person to another. So that will come under the community hygiene. Okay, the point deals that community hygiene can reduce the infectious disease. Alright, all those kinds of precautions must be taken so that the infection don't spread from one person to another. Next examples of such type of infectious diseases: cold is there, common cold is there, cholera is there, tuberculosis, that is TB, is there, pneumonia is there. So these are the common diseases which can spread from one person to another. Okay, next we will see about the non-infectious diseases. Now let us discuss about the non-infectious diseases. If we will see here non-infectious diseases, that is also known as the non-communicable diseases. That means it doesn't spread from one person to another. So let us see the point. First is the caused by factors other than living organism. As per we have seen, the infectious disease is basically caused by the microorganisms. Okay, but it is not caused by any kind of microorganisms, but due to some internal or intrinsic factor. Okay, maybe the organ is not functioning, maybe there is a lack of insulin. Okay, so like that. Next one, mostly brought by intrinsic or internal factor. As per I have told you, maybe any organ is not functioning properly, or some hormonal problem is there, or maybe that insulin secretion is not that. A good example of that is a diabetes patient. Okay, that is there, which do not pass from one person to another. As per we have discussed in the beginning itself, it is not passing from one person to another. Next is the transmission is absent. No transmission because it is non-communicable diseases. It is not spreading from one person to another. Such example is goiter is there. Goiter due to lack of iodine in the individual, which is caused in the neck. Here the front portion of the neck gets swelled so much. Okay, diabetes is there. Like that is the lack of insulin in the pancreas, that is resulting in the diabetes. Sugar level increases where. Okay, next example we can take as a BP, blood pressure, that is also there. Alright, so these are the common examples. And one more thing, here the transmission is absent. Okay, it does not spread from one person to another, but in exceptional is the genetic disorders or genetic diseases, we could say. Genetic diseases are those type of diseases which is inherited from one generation to next generation. If one generation is suffering from any kind of genetic disease which is carried through the genes, so definitely the next generation will acquire that. Okay, so those type of diseases is transmitted, but that is genetic or inherited or hereditary diseases which is from one generation to another, but within the community it is not spreading from one person to another. Alright, so this is what we have discussed about the infectious and non-infectious diseases. Next topic we will discuss about the organ and tissue specific manifestation. If a particular bacteria is causing diseases, then which organ will be affected, from where it is entering, then which organ will be affected, that all we will discuss. Okay, that's all for in this blog. See you in the next blog. Thank you.